The French capital is a city with over 1,400 years of history. In the heart of the city, on the bank of the River Seine, sits France's National Museum of Natural History. The world-renowned museum exhibits priceless ancient artifacts from all around the world and draws visitors from all corners of the earth. This complete woolly rhinoceros skeleton has been here for nearly a century. It is a fossil from faraway Inner Mongolia. The story of how it made its way to Paris begins a century ago. One morning in July of 2014, a local herdsman was guiding a group of amateur archaeologists through the Salawusu Gorge. The Salawusu is the largest desert gorge in China. The group is in luck when they chance to stumble on the fossil of an animal exposed by recent rains. The guide informs the group that this is the 10,000-year-old fossil of a woolly rhinoceros. The group is thrilled by its sudden emergence. What these archaeology enthusiasts cannot imagine is that both sides of this desert gorge conceal the bones of ancient giants. This was the home of the émigré woolly rhinoceros, now in France. '66-year-old Fan Jinshan was born and bred in Salawusu. He was 8 years old when he first encountered foreign archaeologists. Fan tells the crew that swarms of archaeologists from China and all around the world come to Salawusu Gorge to explore the abundance of relics from the ancient past. Animal, mineral, and vegetable that lie beneath the sands. Over the last 50 years, Fan has witnessed numerous experts conduct various kinds of research in this ancient landscape, often working as their guide and assistant. He knows something of the Frenchmen who visited in the 1920s.
当年就是我老人给我提出，就是法国人考古Salawusu来过，在杨氏沟发现过河套人的遗址画上。
In the 1920s, a visit from a French archaeologist turned this remote backwater into a global hotspot for unraveling the mysteries of creation. The latter part of the 18th century saw the beginnings of modern archaeology and paleontology in Europe. In March 1914, a 38-year-old French priest trained in natural sciences, Émile Lecin, arrived in Tianjin to search for the origins of mankind. Lecin's program for research in China was backed by his Jesuit order. Based at a church in Tianjin, he used the missionary network to gather geological information about his adopted homeland. It wasn't long before every space at his command was filled with geological samples and fossils.
后来他存的标本太多了，把底下地下室的一个屋子都装满了。然后当时后来就教会就给他特意批了一块地，就在马场道，让他建了北疆博物院。
In 1921, Lecin received a letter from a fellow priest in Inner Mongolia.
他在他的教堂附近发现一些这个古动物化石，然后他就给这个当时一位非常著名的古生物学家叫桑志华，给他写信，叫他过来这边来看一下这个古生物化石。
Lecin was elated at the news and held high hopes for the excavation. On August 1st of the following year, Lecin arrived in Salawusu. Standing on the terraced landscape, he saw the exposed layers of geological strata along the river's course. He was stirred to excitement and got to work quickly.
邵家沟湾那个地点，就是我们今天讲的沙拉木族遗址。那么依靠一个蒙族人叫旺初克，这个人啊，带他们走，那就告诉他们，就他的家附近。 他就发现了很多动物化石。
Despite the language barrier, the two could communicate effectively through gestures, and Wang was enlisted as a research assistant.
他们就在那里挖了1个月，东西多得不得了。哎呀，很丰富。
With Wang's help, Lecin found fossils of woolly rhinoceros, water buffalo, wild horses, donkeys, and ostriches. Lecin was quite satisfied, but he was hoping for an even greater discovery. This arrived when he found some prehistoric stone tools. They indicated that Salawusu had once been home to prehistoric man. Lassent became the first foreign expert to discover prehistoric human remains in China. Lassent could not have foreseen the success his findings would bring. From 1922, Salawusu would enter history books all over the world as one of the earliest known sites inhabited by modern humans. In October of 1922, famed French archaeologist Marceline Bolet received an unexpected package shipped all the way from China. It contained several ancient fossils and specimens of stone tools. Bolet examined the contents carefully and found them strangely familiar, but he couldn't recall where he had seen them before. In a letter attached to the package, Lassent explained he had found all the items at Salawusu in Inner Mongolia. Where in China was Salawusu? And how had Lassent discovered these fossils and stone tools? Could a human ancestor really be found in China? After pondering these questions for several days, Bolet made an important decision. He arranged for Pierre Teilhard de Chardin to travel to China and join Lassent in his search for the birthplace of prehistoric man.
C'est très intéressant. Au départ, Teilhard n'était pas volontaire pour aller en Chine. Il a eu des problèmes avec l'Église parce qu'il défendait des thèses.
Teilhard was, like Lassent, a French Jesuit. He had trained as a geologist and a paleontologist, but he had also put forward new theories which had drawn vehement criticism from within his own church.
因为他提出了这么一个进化论，不为罗马教会所容，不让他讲课，不让他出书，然后从某种程度上也不让他在法国生活。
In March 1923, supported by funds from Bolet, Teilhard reluctantly boarded a ship bound for China, arriving at Tianjin 2 months later. On June 11th, he set off for the Salawusu Gorge with Lassent to continue excavation of the fossil site. Widespread civil strife and banditry meant a journey which would normally take 20 days took nearly 2 months. After arriving in Salawusu, Lassent and Teilhard first began excavating a terrace along Yangtze Bend. Working with Wang Chuku and other locals, they cleared a 200-meter stretch of land along the riverbank. Work progressed slowly through the loose, sandy soil, with the priests and their workers constantly facing the risk of being buried alive.
根据他这个信写的呢，是8月2号到了萨拉乌苏河谷，最后8月25号离开的，所以在那儿呢一共待了24天，应该是写了5封信。
Wang Haiyan of Beijing Foreign Language and Culture University's French department began researching Teilhard while studying in France. She is translating the letters he wrote during his expedition in China.
安营扎寨的那个时候，那么帮助他的是一个蒙古族人，家里面的这个羊给他们提供羊奶，旁边呢还有一些什么鹤呀、什么马呀、要的这种田园的人和动物和谐的这样一个环境里的这个写得非常宜人。
Teilhard was a talented writer with a keen interest in the customs and culture of Salawusu. His letters to the French Society of Anthropology and Paleontology paint a vivid picture of his experiences. On July 16, 1923, Teilhard's first letter to Henri Brial contained the following description. The days scorch, the nights are cold. My mind is fully absorbed in work, anxious for new discoveries. After exhaustive effort, we uncovered a layer of watershed rich with fossils that looked to be from the Pliocene period. The discovery will prove invaluable in our understanding of Chinese geology. In his second letter he wrote, "Fossils from the Quaternary period abound in Salawusu. I'm certain now that this geological structure is a new discovery in China and bears the greatest significance." Repeated setbacks had halted excavation as torrential rains swept the region. When the rains cleared, the riverbed revealed several white, stone-like objects protruding from the ground. Lescent and Teilhard, suspecting another significant find, instructed their workers to begin excavation. On closer inspection, they realized that they had discovered the 100,000-year-old fossil of a woolly rhinoceros. The woolly rhinoceros was once hunted by ancient man. The adult beasts would have had long, thick fur, a body around 3.6 meters long, stood around 2 meters tall, and weighed almost 2 tons. On this expedition, Lecent and Teilhard were able to excavate 3 complete woolly rhinoceros, over 100 stone tools, as well as finding fossils of wild horses, donkeys, deer, and birds.
临走的时候啊，他给他表姐写信，就是说我们24天的这种野外露营，我们已经习惯了这种天高地阔的这样的一种自由自在的生活，现在要离开了，有点留恋。
Lecent and Teilhard had never expected to make such dramatic finds.
而这次的这个成果呢，是26箱的这种石器啊、化石啊，这个是一个相当丰富的这种考古收获。
When news of the woolly rhinoceros reached France, Marcelin Boulay, the man who had sponsored Teilhard's part in the expedition, was eager to see the fossils for himself.
He 他发掘了嘛，一共有3具完整骨架，有一个就是送到了法国那个巴黎自然博物馆。我们馆现在保存的是一个比较完整的皮毛蜥，另外还有库里还放了一些个碎的骨架。
The fully intact 100,000-year-old rhinoceros skeleton remains a priceless discovery.
我们馆现在留下的就是萨拉乌苏标本1000多件。
Salawusu would prove to contain a stunning variety of animal fossils, beasts great and small, making it one of the most important fossil sites in China. But it was to be one of Lecent's much smaller discoveries that would really put the cat among the pigeons in the world of archaeology. In the 1920s, a single fossilized human tooth, 100,000 years old, turned the world of Chinese paleoanthropology on its head. But the item on display today has been found to be a fake, a copy. What happened to the original? Join us for part 2 of the mysteries of Salawusu.